Hi Sagittarius, welcome or welcome back. We're doing your tarot and oracle reading. This reading is going to be good for all Sag placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Be sure to check your other placements and only take what resonates, Sag. Personal readings for astrology and tarot can be found in the description box and the pinned comment. Only take what resonates. Feel free to flip and reverse the roles, and these readings are timeless, so whenever you come across a reading is when the reading is good for you. So we're going to be diving into general and love energies for you, Sag. We have Jupiter coming out from the Astral Oracle to start us off here. Beautiful energy. Jupiter is about to move into the sign of Cancer. That is card number 23. I'm getting life path 5. Some of you guys are about to walk into like a whole new era. Some of you guys have been going through some challenges or difficulties and things are about to turn around for you. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye right now. We also have Pallas Athena, card number 30, Think. Some of you guys could be furthering your education, philosophical pursuits, religious pursuits, learning something. This could be formal education or a different kind of education. I'm also getting life path 3 here, and we have Conjunction Alliance, card number 51. Beautiful, beautiful way to start us off, Sag. All right, bottom of the deck, we do have Trine Sextile. We have the 10th house authority and Mars motion. So some of you guys are moving forward in your career, or that could be why you're deciding to further your knowledge or education on something. You guys could be taking like additional courses or courses that correspond to what you do for work in order to progress or possibly like get some sort of promotion or raise. Some of you guys that are business owners, you could be collaborating with someone. I am getting like something about social media, or like you guys could be influencers or do something in the public's eye to some extent. But I feel like your guys' career or what you do for work and finance is progressing in some positive, beneficial way to you. So let's clarify here. Why is this Jupiter card here for Saggy? We have the Queen of Wands. I believe that would probably be you, Sag. Beautiful. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs or business owners, or you have a side hustle that could possibly turn into a full-time business venture. We also have the Ace of Swords. Some of you guys have to make a decision, or you're in the midst of making a decision to leave what you're currently doing for work in order to pursue like a side hustle or like a business venture full time. The Ace of Swords sometimes indicates like cutting something off in order for a new beginning to manifest here. You guys could be currently emotionally dissatisfied or just dissatisfied in general with what you're doing. Like it's not emotionally fulfilling to you in some way. It's not fulfilling like what you're meant to do, what your destiny is, or what you truly feel fulfilled doing. Why is this Pallas Athena card here for Saggy? So we have the 3 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Something about friends or family could be significant. We do have Temperance at the bottom of the deck, which is you, Sag. The Fool card and the 9 of Wands. Yeah, you know that whatever it is that you're pursuing or trying to make a decision on, like pursuing something or learning something or furthering your education or your knowledge about a certain topic, you know that you have to be strategic, and it may take you longer to get to the finish line than say a traditional route or a traditional 9-to-5 or a traditional job, or what you're currently doing for work could be the easier route. But in the end, this will be more fulfilling for you in many different ways. There could be some sort of influence from friends or family members here with the 3 of Cups. We also have the King of Swords here, air sign energy. Yeah, you guys are trying to make a logical decision. I don't know if that would be good or bad for you in this instance, because I don't want you to err too much on the side of logic, because then you're not following like your heart and your passions and what you're really truly motivated to do and or become. Now, this doesn't have to be only for work and finance. This can relate to a lot of different areas of your life. Some of you guys, it's going to be like strictly education. Something about friends or family members could also be very significant here. Some of you guys, this is oddly specific, but you're finding out some sort of information about a friend or a family member that's been a little bit deceptive or dishonest with you. 7 of Swords here with the 3 of Cups. So you have to make a decision in order to cut somebody off possibly, or at least make a decision moving forward on how you're going to deal with the situation. Yeah, this could be somebody that you're potentially close to or have some sort of close connection to. So friend or a family member. Why is this conjunction alliance card here? 9 of Cups. 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. 9 of Swords. Something has been causing you a lot of anxiety. I'm getting life path 9. Some of you guys were born on the 9th. So the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Cups is interesting because the 9 of Cups talks about finding that emotional fulfillment and emotional happiness within and of yourself, not looking for that emotional fulfillment or happiness from outside sources or perspectives. The 9 of Swords is a card traditionally associated with like insomnia, anxiety, sleepless nights, nightmares. Some of you guys could be experiencing nightmares. For some reason, I'm getting the image of Neptune in my mind's eye. So Neptune could be significant. Neptune did just move into the sign of Aries. Some of you guys could have Aries placements or be connected to Aries in some way, in some energy. But there's some sort of connection I'm feeling for a lot of you. This is not on the topic of career. This is a separate message, but there's some sort of anxiety you've been having over a connection that you have with somebody. So there could be something that's been revealed to you or is about to be revealed to you, either about this person's character, about some sort of malicious like actions or motives, lying, cheating, stealing. A lot of times we see with the 7 of Swords, but this is what you're going to have to make some sort of logical decision moving forward on, ultimately for what is best for your emotional stability, security, and you know, what is ultimately causing you anxiety, I cannot talk today, sleepless nights and or insomnia. Because I feel like there's been a lot of like anxiety that you've been experiencing over this connection with this person, and it's not causing you, or it is causing you a lot of harm rather than causing you the good emotional fulfillment and love that you should be getting from this connection. So we'll get advice and we'll move on to love for you, Saggy. Advice for my Saggies here. 6 of Swords. Yeah, it might be time to move on. Now, you can take that in many different ways. Page of Wands. 6 of Swords traditionally talks about moving on from like choppy water, quote unquote, to calmer water. So you can make that decision to move forward with this person and move on from the difficulties that you've been experiencing with this person, but there needs to be an open line of direct communication and like honest awareness so that you guys can move forward and pretty much solve the problems that you've had in this connection. Or you can make a decision to move forward and move on to calmer waters in and of yourself, like take a break from this person, cut this person off, whatever suits your personal situation. Obviously, it's going to be different for each and every one of you Sages, but you guys have to make a decision, like if you're willing to move on, have open communication and dialogue with this person to address the issues at hand and move on together, or to move on from this connection entirely, move on from it partially, take a break from this connection. This could be a friend, family member, a lover. With the Page of Wands, I am getting this sense of immaturity as well. Yeah, you're stuck. I feel like a lot of you are stuck on making this decision. So something hasn't, for a lot of you, this hasn't been revealed to you yet, or what this like malicious energy is, lying, cheating, stealing, possibly. Sorry, I just got a message, guys. 10 of Swords, 6 of Cups. I'm getting a sibling for a lot of you. So with that 6 of Cups energy, that oftentimes talks about like childhood connections. This could be an ongoing cycle of karma that's like repeating, where this person hurts you, you hurt this person, or this person continually like stabs you in the back or betrays you in some way, or lies, cheats, or steals, and you keep forgiving them because you love this person, right? But honestly, I feel like there's some boundaries that are missing. I'm specifically picking up as being on your behalf, but of course roles can always be flipped, but you have to be able to make some sort of decision using both your logic and your intuition in order to move forward. So we're gonna move on to love for you, Sag. If you're watching on TikTok, you can hop over to my YouTube. Personal readings, again, can be found down in the description box and the pinned comment. So, Saggy Waggy, what is going on in love? King of Cups wanted to come out. You guys could be connected to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Saggy, love. The Emperor card, Aries energy. Masculine energy, father type energy sometimes, occasionally. We'll see here, 5 of Cups. Ooh, okay. And the Knight of Swords and the Death card. Okay, Sag, interesting. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the Hangman, and the 3 of Wands. You're unsure of where something is going. Now, one positive thing I do see with the energies on the board here is there is this very passionate chemistry type energy that I'm picking up. So it's possible that you have a strong physical connection or just a strong chemistry connection with this person. So this could be a relationship that's based more on sexual preferences or sexual chemistry as opposed to love. Although I do have the Five of Cups on the board, so I am feeling like there is emotional dissatisfaction. Some of you guys could be experiencing like depression, sadness, regret even. I am picking up regret for some of you. I don't know if this is regret on your behalf or their behalf. But I'm also feeling like with this Knight of Swords and the Death card that fell out together, there could be, or there was, or there could be in the near future coming up some sort of verbal argument or dispute, or a misplacement of verbal communicative energies that ultimately leads to some sort of ending, or has, if this has already happened. So we're going to clarify and get more context here. With that Emperor card here, I almost am feeling too much masculine energy. Like it's almost like there's a missing feminine energy in the connection. So that could be a problem. If you're a divine feminine, you could exhibit more masculine traits, or maybe you have more masculine energies and signs in your chart. You know, if you have a lot of fire and air in your chart, that's a possibility. But I feel like there's a lack of receptive feminine energy in this connection, whatever it is. So why is this Emperor card here? Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. The Moon card in the reversed. Something was revealed. Now, this could be connected to the general portion of the reading because we talked about the Moon card. We talked about how something might not have been aware to you about the person that was possibly like lying, cheating, or stealing, or being deceptive to you in some way. And we saw the Moon card at the bottom of the deck for that portion of the reading. This time it's coming up in the reverse. So that means something has been revealed. Now, the Moon card can deal with a lot of things. It can talk about our subconscious. It can talk about our fears. It can talk about things that are not revealed on the entirety of the situation, where as opposed to like the High Priestess would more so be something not being revealed by a person. So usually it's like a secret kept or something that's in the dark because of a particular individual. It's like something with the Moon card is more so holistic about the situation, but it has been revealed to you and it's caused some sort of heartbreak. Three of Swords. This Emperor card could either be you or the person that you're connected to. Although I am feeling a mix of mostly masculine energy, so that could be what is conflicting about this relationship, or there's an energetic imbalance because there's no receptive feminine energy. I'm not going to say there's none, but there's not enough for it to be an equal polarity. I want to get one more on that Three of Swords. What exactly is Three of Swords Moon card? Four of Swords. Somebody could have either expressed that they wanted to take a break, or inevitably it just ended up there. And you could be afraid that it ends up in this Death card where something is completely ended because there is some sort of break or separation. If it's not actually a physical break or separation, or you guys are actually like communicating that there's a break, there could just be like an energetic break where you guys aren't talking to each other. Maybe you guys live in the same household and you're one sleeping on the couch and one sleeping in the bedroom, or you guys aren't even talking to each other when you get home from work. Whatever the case may be for you, there's some sort of break or stagnant energy. And what you need to utilize with this situation is allowing that Four of Swords, that break energy, to constitute some sort of healing from this Three of Swords heartbreaking energy that you've experienced with this person. I know I'm going really fast today, but it's just kind of coming through like that. Why is this Five of Cups here for Saggy? King of Cups. Did I say King of Cups or did I say Five of Cups? Well, we have both, but the Five of Cups clarified by the King of Cups. And the Knight of Cups. This is oddly specific for you as well, but I feel like somebody has regrets for not being more emotionally attuned or emotionally connected or showing their emotions, so wearing their heart on their sleeve, they have regrets about this in this connection. So this could either be you or this person, maybe both of you. For a lot of you, I'm picking this up as being the other person. So they have regrets that they haven't shown you their soft side or their tender side or their, true love for you. Because I feel like there is love here, but they have regrets that they're not able to show that. So maybe this person comes off as a little guarded or a little bit aggressive, overly masculine, overcompensating. Like they don't show their soft side or how much they love you, how much they care about you, how, nurturing or loving they can be. I think the love is there. I just think that they don't know how to show it. So this has caused them to reevaluate and maybe look at themselves in a different way and figure out things that they need to heal within themselves. Why is this Knight of Swords Death card here? We have the Four of Pentacles. There could have been a fight over money. I know that's oddly specific. Or possibly somebody was hiding something. So the Four of Pentacles usually has somebody, and it does in this depiction of the Four of Pentacles as well, where somebody's holding either a pentacle or several pentacles over the heart chakra. So again, that could be reserved with emotions or heart chakra energy or love or connection, but it can also represent it can represent being guarded. It can represent hiding something, holding back, being overly protective or overbearing. So maybe this person, again, we talked about this with the other cards as well. There's this energy of either being guarded, feeling like somebody is hiding something. So even if this person is hiding something, maybe it's not something that constituted the argument that happened because, it was presented as something being hid. So it escalated into something more than it really was. If this is making sense, if this is your story, of course, it's going to resonate for you and you're going to understand, because sometimes they don't even make sense to me. I'm just having to relay the messages as they're coming through intuitively. So this Ten of Pentacles keeps showing up at the bottom of the deck as well. King of Pentacles and the Fool card. Somebody could also be really focused on career, finance. They could just spend a lot of their time, also a lot of their free time focused on their work, career, finance, how they make money, things like that. They could also be very protective over their money. So that could have been either a red flag or something that caused an argument. I don't think this person has ill intentions by any means. They could just be a very career-oriented person. I'm getting Capricorn energy. Why is this Death card here, though? That's what I really want to know. So there was some sort of argument. Hermit card. That resulted in either you or this person reevaluating if you want to continue the relationship or continue the connection. King of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of decision. Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. Honestly, I feel like Sag Collective, you are... Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the World card. I feel like you already know the answer to your question. A lot of you are leaning towards, cutting this relationship off for good. Now, I'm not going to say if that's good or bad. I'm going to get some advice here from Spirit, because I'm not going to give my personal 2 cents. But honestly, I'm just telling you what I'm reading in the cards, and subconsciously, that's the way that you're leaning. Maybe you did want to, be with this person for a long time. Maybe you wanted to have kids together, Page of Cups. But, maybe you see that there's a really good physical connection with this person, but ultimately there's some underlying issues that it just seems like you don't, it's almost like, I don't want to say you don't want to put the effort in to fix them, because I don't know the context of your particular situation, but that's kind of how it's coming off. But maybe you're burnt out and you're just, you don't have any energy left to give this person, which is okay. So let's get some advice. Advice for Saggy. I know I'm in a different location today, guys. It's an interesting transition for me. Advice for my Saggies. Is my deck reversed? Nope. Okay, King of Pentacles in the reversed. Five of Wands. And the 8 of Cups, interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the Moon card. So, you know, I feel like there's a lot of pettiness here, and I don't mean that like offensively, but the 5 of Wands is oftentimes like arguments and fights that are over silly little things. Notice that they're fighting with wands and not swords. So these are arguments that could result over the dishes not being washed, or somebody not picking up their underwear on the floor, or somebody not putting their shoes where they belong, or leaving their cup on the table, or whatever the case may be. It's like silly little petty things that don't really essentially matter to the overall connection or the overall like context of the relationship. Now, that being said, everybody is different and they have different preferences and they have different deal breakers. So maybe somebody leaving their underwear on the floor is a deal breaker for you, and that's totally okay. But honestly, I think with this being in your advice position, there's a need for you to reevaluate that and figure out if, you know, these types of arguments or these types of things that you're fighting over, those are just examples. Are they justified, and do they need to be continued to be drug out, or can they be resolved in a more mature way? You also need to ask yourself if this person is able to, you know, emotionally satisfy you in a way that doesn't leave you feeling empty or depleted, or like to fend for yourself, so to speak. Like, I'm not saying that you need to rely on this person for your emotional fulfillment and happiness, because that's unrealistic and not healthy, but there is an equal amount of exchange of emotional energy that needs to be exchanged from you to your partner in order for it to be healthy in an energetic match and directive. And I don't even know why I wanted to say directive. It just came to me intuitively. But again, I am feeling more masculine energy here, and that could be why this King of Pentacles is in the reversed. One of you maybe needs to work on being in a more receptive, feminine way, or, you know, having those qualities so that it's a good energetic match and parallel. So if that doesn't seem like something that you can do, maybe it's not the right fit for you, but that's ultimately a decision that needs to be made by you. But that is all I have for you, my beautiful Saggies. So personal readings down in the description box in the pinned comment. All my love is going out to you. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.